Now, I want to take a look at a tale of two newspapers, the Times in England and the Times in Scotland. The Scottish edition goes with gatherings likely to be banned well into the spring. And the English variety splashes with ministers confident new curbs not needed. Totally contradictory headlines in one part of the United Kingdom versus the other. Well, which is right? On the one hand, national COVID hospital patients are up by 68% in 1 week. We saw confirmed cases breach 200,000 a day over Christmas, and while they have since fallen, there is likely a reporting delay over this unusual holiday weekend. And these cases will not show up in hospitals for 1 or 2 weeks. Meanwhile, 1 in 10 NHS staff are off sick on New Year's Eve. The isolation crisis is biting hospitals, with United Lincolnshire Hospitals Trust last night declaring a critical incident with what it said was unprecedented staff shortages and compromised care. On the other hand, of course, it looks like cases have plateaued in London. They may well have turned a corner elsewhere too. And as I said endlessly in December, any measures introduced in January will arguably be too late to shift the dial if the peak comes before they take effect. The hospitalisations we see over the next 2 weeks are already baked in. There's nothing we can do about them. And they may be the worst of it. South Africa, of course, saw a natural crash in its Omicron caseload, and far from introducing new restrictions, it's now winding down many of its COVID measures. And away from epidemiology, the political context in England, at least, appears to have swung against restrictions. Labour politicians like Andy Burnham and Tony Blair have come out against further lockdowns. A 100-strong Tory rebellion on Plan B would likely only grow in the face of harsher proposals too. And after 2 years of COVID in the UK, with this disease stretching across 4 calendar years now, many are beginning to say, if not now, when? Is it time to end the era of government restrictions on our social lives?